Here we go.
Okay. Hey, warriors.
Morning.
Good morning and happy Friday. The weekend is here.
Friday.
Although my hair is like not even. I think the humidity here is kind of
And
crazy. Although I'm
why did you put
happy
one up?
because, the smoke and the fires and all
Do,
that good stuff.
do you feel like Fridays used to before all of this? Because it's like Happy Friday. They don't feel the
No,
same, right?
they don't. They don't. I
Yeah.
mean, because I actually feel like I'm working 7 days. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
Just trying
do.
to keep the mind active and alive, not alive, active and yeah,
Woo.
okay, alive, yeah, and not go into a sunken place. Not going
Yeah,
to the
just keep
sunken
it
place.
busy, keep it vital.
Yeah, so but I think that takes effort every single day because some
Uh-huh.
days you just are like I don't want to I don't this is intolerable. Again, if you have been practicing social distancing, if you have been wearing your
Mm-hmm.
mask, if you've been sheltering in place, if you haven't been moving and grooving and all of these things for 6, 7 months, it can take a toll on the mental
Yeah,
status,
definitely.
physical. I think all of it, you just start to feel it,
Yeah.
a bit um, when you're feeling that way. I would encourage everyone to, if you do have someone, to reach out to that person and just, even if you're exchanging a recipe or a
Mm.
favorite memory, something to keep, the emotional, mental health, I would say a balance, some type of
Mm.
balance,
Yeah.
and then if there are some days in which you cannot get out of bed, then you know what? Give the mind and the body a chance to regroup.
I was gonna say the Netflix is your friend.
Netflix has, yeah, becomes your friend, most definitely. But don't take this opportunity to I don't know, feel poorly about things that have
Mm.
happened in your life, things that were beyond your control, things that you cannot change because they're in the rear view. Keep
Yeah.
pushing forward.
Keep pushing
And honestly,
forward.
that does not come easy to say. Um, I have definitely been through some things this year, and even in 2019 was extremely hopeful for this year. I
Right?
started out with
We were like
2020, yeah,
2020.
Vision Quest.
Yes.
There were so many major life plans that I had in the works, and through this virus, through just,
It's just been boom,
yeah, it's been a
boom,
shitstorm.
boom.
I'm just not even gonna. It's been a freaking shitstorm. So it has, no, and you
It
try
really
to smile
has.
through it, yeah, and you try to get through it, but broken hearts, dying dogs,
I mean, we are all, and
parents, just,
everyone is just
it's
like,
been
what next,
crazy.
right?
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
don't, you know what? I don't. I
Mm.
don't say what next or how,
No.
what else
About
can
no.
go wrong, because honestly, it can get a whole lot worse. And so, for the people that are around me, Jude, my family, I love them and don't want anything to happen to them. Don't want anything poorly to happen to
Yes.
you. I read in some of your DMs that you guys send me, some of the loneliness that you're feeling, the sadness that you are
Mm.
feeling, and I'm there with you. I try every day, is what I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
It does not come with ease, but I try every single day.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a lot more effort than the day before. And then there are some days I just have to go off the grid, um, to get right with myself, to try to find some semblance of whatever my normal is, of whatever balance is. I try.
Yeah.
So this does not come effortlessly. Not for me. I can't speak for
Not for
Jude.
me.
But it does come sometimes, with grand, just, okay, you got to do this. You must eat. You must get into the shower. You must change your clothes. You must do all of these things just to sometimes lift the spirit. I think is important to sometimes not to move so far and away from things that you did when we were in a time of what we called normal.
Right.
It's just now normal with a mask. And it's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
And if you have anyone that you can reach out to, I would encourage you to do that. You can reach out to us.
Do it, yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I think
please
community, in whatever form you have right now is really important.
I think it's very important.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
And I don't know from what region of the country, that, you can see this podcast from, but it would seem that in every part of the world and this country, there is something going on. If there's not, another, brutality of protest going on, or if there's not some kind of political divide, racial divide,
climate.
There's some fires, you name it. There's a shitstorm going on. So
the weather everywhere really is messed up.
Yeah, not just in climate, in my opinion, but also in mentality and an emotional climate. Things are running high, for sure.
Yeah.
And I hope that, we can bring a little levity to you. I hope that, in our friendship that we have for each other, the love that we have for each other, that, it is shown to you. I hope we can bring you a bit of respite as we bring to each other. I have my days in which I am just like, oh, no, please, no, I just don't.
Which is why we're here to help you today and tell you to not watch. Because it's Movie Friday. Somehow we got on to the climate of the
no,
world.
We didn't. This brings us right to where we need to
but
be, which is
it does. Don't watch this
on Netflix. I'm thinking about ending things. Now, I'm not even going to tell you what that means. Okay, I'm not even going to tell you the director and the screenwriter.
I will say the acting was wonderful, but didn't save the movie for me.
I'm thinking about ending things.
It made me think about
it tapped into my anger issues.
It did, and I felt annoyed.
Me so
I was like,
angry.
I'm feeling so annoyed right now. I'm so annoyed.
Oh my gosh. I was angry if I saw a piece of lint on a carpet that day when I watched that. It provoked anger.
I swear it has some sort of subliminal messages in it. Or maybe it's snowing in the story. I will say that. And the snow. I don't know. It was messing with my brain. And I remember we're sitting there, we're watching it. We are like dead silent. And I do have a problem talking during things. So, surprise. But I was silent. And
maybe
then
that's what tapped into my anger. Her talking through the movie. Because she talked through everything. We were watching Korea drama. She was like, come on. So it took literally 4 years for this chick to get me to watch Korea drama.
She loved it.
So I settled in and I was ready. And she's going to talk through it. I mean, that's enough to make you angry. Just be quiet.
I was like,
be quiet. I kept hitting pause.
I was like, it's better.
Pause. Pause. What? Well, I mean, what do you need to do that? Let me just watch it. And I did enjoy it, by the way.
Except, usually she's got the controller and she'll pause it to talk. She'll just pause it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
I'm just saying.
So we were sitting in silence, actually, because this movie silenced me.
Because I was angry.
And I was like, I'm feeling so annoyed right now. She's like, I am so angry.
I mean, we didn't even speak to each other. We were like, she just quietly left it.
We had to separate. We had to separate.
We went on opposite ends of the house. There was no love. There was just it was just flatline. It was like, and I was just like.
And that's actually the feel of the movie. Right?
I mean, I tried to find some redeeming quality. I could not.
I like a movie where I can't guess what's going to happen next, because usually I have it figured out from the go. So when there's a twist, something unexpected, or I have to you know, I actually enjoy that. But this was so, I'll just, disjointed. It was just so uncomfortable to watch. It was uncomfortable. My body felt uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable in my body.
Do you see how I'm just not commenting anymore? Just because even speaking about this movie, I'm thinking about ending things. I'm thinking about ending the show right now because I just can't. This movie made me angry. Angry.
We won't talk about it. Or this is the movie to not watch, but we kind of want to talk about it.
I don't even know what we're talking about. It's awful. I would like to speak about a little something today that I came up with. It's like, okay, so while we're all on quarantine, there's this TikTok couple. They met through TikTok, right? And they instantly, they had this very strong connection. She lived on one side of the country and he lived on the other side. But she was going to make a move, I think, from New York to Miami or something. And he lived, I don't know, someplace far away. But in the middle of this, pandemic, he flew to her sight unseen. I shouldn't say sight unseen, but the only thing they have, stop. I mean, in the real world, I mean, I'm glad it's working out for them, but honestly, there are predators out there, so you just don't know. And there's batshit crazy people out there, but I'm just saying.
We don't want an element movie happening in our lives.
Right. So he travels to her and they take this long trip through the country, much like you did. Nice. But they were together to get to know each other. And they're documenting this as they're going along from state to state to state. And they are just falling more and more in love with each other. And it's a lovely love story. It really is. But I don't think I could do it.
Are they documenting it on TikTok? Is that okay?
Yeah, and it's going viral, and I think it's very sweet.
We need a love story right now.
And thing like that. Stop! I just think it's kind of creepy. I mean, I think it's lovely, but I don't know. Which brings me.
I met my boyfriend online, so I'm kind of like, I get it.
Okay, I'm not for the online thing. I told you.
I know, and I'm not usually either, but it did happen for me.
Which brings me to the thing about long distance relationships, which we are so vastly different on this probably, or maybe not. I do, and I want to hear from you guys. Do you think a long distance love affair can work? Whether you're in different countries or different states, different coasts, do you think it can work? Jude, I'll let you start.
Well, obviously, I think that it can, but it is not easy.
Yep.
Not easy. It takes a little finagling, a little extra.
Do you think one compromises more?
What do you mean?
In a long distance relationship, do you think there's one that travels more to the other, or one that is trying harder to keep it together? Or do you think that,
I have traveled more, but as far as, the day-to-day, we're equal.
You mean the day-to-day contact?
Just keeping it, the actual day in, day out work of our relationship, keeping it balanced, keeping the connection, keeping like that going is very equal. So I feel the same level of importance to him that I feel from me.
Okay. Well, for me, I think it definitely can work. And I don't necessarily think it's hard, a hard thing to do if your hearts are in it, but I think it has to have an it has to have a date. Yeah, I don't think unless you both are whimsical about, seeing other people, but you guys have this grand connection. I think if you two have the grand connection, there's got to be an end game where somebody, you guys are going to come together, meet in the middle, to a place that you guys want to build a life, or you move there, or he moves there, or she moves there, whatever.
There has to be an expiration
date.
I
don't know that it could continue, and for how long?
Right, because otherwise it turns out like that play that became a movie with Jack Lemmon, I believe, like same time each year they would meet. Like otherwise, it's gonna become something
Oh,
like that.
that's isn't that Four Seasons with Alan Alda? We're really aging ourselves. I don't want to
I
talk about
love
the
old
movie,
movies, but I'm young.
but I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
They
same
met
time each year, whatever.
next
Yeah,
year or
next
something.
year.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, they met every single freaking year. But they were
Yes.
both married to other
They were both
people.
married to other people. I just saw this play. I saw it
It's an
but it's
amazing
also a play. I
movie.
just
It's
saw
very
it as a
cool.
play
Yeah,
for the first time last year with my girlfriends. But
yeah.
uh, it was just interesting, to watch. They were both married, but they would meet one time a year,
Right, one time a year, special time a year.
and
I mean,
they through
I,
like decades.
yeah,
Their
even
children grew,
through
and their
no, she even got pregnant by her, by her
husband,
husband, kind of
yeah,
thing.
and they even met
And
then, and he
yeah, they
delivered
met.
the baby, or he
He
was there.
did,
Yeah, it was
right?
really
It was like,
interesting.
yeah.
Ooh,
So I think it was definitely
yeah.
that movie is like probably what, 40 years old.
It may be older. I remember seeing it in black and white as a child.
It's not black and white.
No?
Maybe we're thinking of
No,
two
it's
separate
not black
movies.
and white. You're
It's
right.
color
But it's
because
kind of Technicolor.
yeah,
Remember Technicolor? I mean, it was before I was born when it was Technicolor.
I'm
but,
only 27, so I don't even know.
I don't know. I liked all the old stuff when I was little. So,
Yeah. Anyways.
um,
So anyways,
yeah.
yeah.
So it would end up becoming something like that, which
Long
is
distance
nice.
love.
But I don't want that.
Well, but they were both were married to
True.
prospective other people.
True.
They were. I mean, but they kept that lie going for like 40 years.
Yeah.
What the freak? I mean, even when one of their spouses died,
They kept it going.
yeah, they, and it was so bizarre because I think his spouse died.
Yeah.
Her spouse was ill, but he thought it was a great opportunity now that all the children were old, older and had their own lives, and the one spouse had died. Then he proposed to her, and she was like, "Yeah, no,
That's right. Yeah.
I like what we have," and it's just like, So again, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's better than I think. I'm thinking
please don't watch that.
I'm thinking about ending things.
Mm-mm.
What I will be watching this weekend is Antebellum, which stars Janae and Gabrielle Sibaday. No, sorry. Sibaday. Day. Why can't I ever get her name? This is very sad. Anyways, really good movie. Not to be focused on slavery, but it's a kind of a modern day tale with a twist in it. And I don't want to give it away, but it's really amazing. So I'm going to make sure that Jude watches it.
Sounds good, actually.
It's a good movie. I hope everyone sees it. I think it's going to be on demand. If we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, it would be released
in the theaters.
at your theaters kind of thing. But that is not the case. And when we did have a reopening, we got shut down again because of fires. So here we go. So this were, yeah. Anyways, beautiful day here. Because I am amongst my friends.
It's Friday.
And the smoke air quality is getting better, which is great.
Breathe.
So that absolutely worked. We definitely encourage everybody to take today and tomorrow and to do some self-care if you haven't all week, as we have been discussing in every piece of our podcast. Self-care is so important.
Yes,
and
it really is.
To make sure that the mind and the heart
and the body
are in sync. Do something special for you, just a little something special. It doesn't have to be something grand, but you definitely realize in these times the small sweetnesses. Yeah. And you definitely appreciate the people that are with you, whether they're in the same household or give you a call or a text or whatever the case may be. You learn to appreciate that with every fiber of your being. I know I have always been aware of that, but even for me, even more so, you think about, oh yes, I remember the time when, said person did this, and it's just very lovely, I was thinking the last couple of days about a particular ring that someone had created for me. They had mined for these sapphires, long ago, as the story was told to me from that person. And upon meeting, and many months or maybe even a year into the relationship, the stones were crafted into a ring for me, and I just thought, how special is that to have been holding on to these gems for so long. So when I wear that ring, to which I do, I love thinking about the sentiment behind it. It's a lovely story. It's a sweet story, one that I'll hold, near and dear, always. So, maybe you two have a story, that you can reflect on. I hope, again, as we started this, this show today, that may your grief be less and your sorrow be lesser as we navigate through these very challenging times. May you find respite in the small, sweet things in life that can bring you peace, if even just for 3 minutes out of the day. We are all facing, such a tremendous amount of stress and strife. It would be nice to know that at least once a week you could find somewhere to smile. I think that would be a very good thing. And I hope sometimes we bring it to you. I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. But we try. Oh boy, do we try. So, what are you thinking, Jude?
Oh, I'm just thinking, gosh, it's been a heavy year.
Yeah.
When you stop, and I think because it's just been boom, boom, and when you stop and we're talking about it, it just has been so much. Like you said, it's been a shit storm, and that is heavy. And so finding those little small things to do, like we do our Saturday night masks.
Yeah, we do.
It's something small.
Yeah.
But it brings us so much pleasure.
Yeah.
And we kind of make an event of it.
Target $199 for a facial mask.
Target. And they have this whole amazing section. So from about $2 to $6, you can just glam up your face and feel like a princess or a queen, and just pamper yourself and watch a movie,
with a margarita.
With a margarita, but not. I think I'm gonna end things. Not that. It'll ruin your.
Stop!
Mask.
It's making me angry, all over again. Do not watch that movie. And again, it's not because I did not get it, because I totally got it.
Yeah, you did.
But for some reason, it tapped into anger.
Subliminal messages.
I don't like it.
And it's not because the acting.
Acting was good. It was on point.
Acting is good.
It was very good. I'm just telling you. You know what? I haven't asked you this for everyone.
Yes.
She's from the East. She came all the way to the West. And
yes,
she had visited me in, California once before with the love of her life. Oh, yeah. That's a whole nother show. I will definitely
That is not a show that we will be doing here.
Oh, no. I'm going to spill that tea. Because that was, you know what, no one should have to go through what I did. All that love. That was love unpersonified. Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Okay? But what I will say, I'm just going to check in with you. So now that you have lived here in Cali, I know people may not be as, I don't know. I don't want to say friendly. We have our own vibe kind of thing. Okay, well, that's cool.
That's not true.
Okay, yeah, because we kind of get a bad rap.
No.
Because,
Why?
Well, I
don't feel that at all.
So you feel good here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 It's
love,
cool.
I do. I'm energy person. I love the vibe here. The energy is completely different.
Yeah.
In different places of the country. I know set on my trip. And I do. I love the vibe on the West. It's just a little more laid back, more open, easy. It's just a whole different feel.
Yeah.
And
meanwhile, she's trying to get to Korea. She's got people all over the country working it out for her, making all of her Korea connections, saying, "Okay, how
come
do
on,
you
people,
think?"
help me.
Trying to get away from it. She says she likes California, but she's trying to get the hell out of California.
It's just, my heart is still
of
in
course,
Korea.
Of course.
Yes.
I don't even know what that means, but I do know what this
We
means.
don't rub it. We don't rub it together.
Oh.
It's just a little heart.
Well, sorry. Jeez, I thought I was
That's
learning
kinky.
something.
That's like...
We're going to end this show with vote.
Yeah, please vote.
Because it's crazy. So, vote. We are like down
but not
to
twice, just once. One vote.
6 weeks. 6 weeks. We are down to 6 weeks. So get out there and use your voice. Use your right to vote. Have a great weekend. We love you. We may see you live on IG. Not sure yet, but we'll let you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
This never works.
Never works.